Okay, so fifth class. So here we have different shapes, right? So we have a triangle. All sides are equal, so that means it's an equilateral triangle. What's this again? So it looks like a diamond. What do we say a diamond was? A rhombus, alright? This one, it has 5 sides. So what does it make it? 5 sides, it's a pentagon, isn't it? So D, so it is half of a circle or a semicircle, right? And E, what's E? So it has 2 sides the same and it's a triangle. So what's that? 2 of the sides are the same. So 2 sides are the same. So the way I always remember this is because 2 sides are the same, it has 2 S's in the start of it, right? So isosceles triangle. So there's 2 S's because 2 sides are the same. So isosceles, alright? So 2 sides. And in the last one, how many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sides. What's it called? Octagon, alright? Octagon. Okay? So let's go through it again. So equilateral triangle, a rhombus, pentagon, semicircle, isosceles triangle, octagon. Perfect, alright? So they're all the names. You have to number the sides then. So how many sides do you think they're going to have? Pairs of parallel lines. Oh, sorry, this is all on page 58. So open up your books on page 58 and make sure you're looking through this, alright? So the number of sides, the pairs of parallel lines. So what do we say parallel was? Is this parallel? Is that parallel? Is that parallel? Parallel means they're going the same direction, aren't they? So we said parallel lines are like our straight lines. Okay? So they both go in the same direction. They can be going any direction at all, but as long as they're going the same direction, they're parallel. Okay? And what was this one again? If it was at a right angle, straight out. So they're going the exact opposite directions. They're perpendicular, right? So what types of angles do we say we had? So we had our right angle, we had our acute angle, so because it's small it's really cute, it's acute. We had our obtuse angle, so it's bigger than 90 but smaller than our 180, wasn't it? So it's bigger than 90, isn't it? Bigger, but it's smaller than our 180, isn't it? So it's obtuse, okay? And then we have our straight line, so our 180 degrees, our straight line. And then what was after that then? We had if we go all the way around here, you need really good reflexes, don't you? So it's a reflex angle, okay? So what types of angles do we have in this one? So we have, are they bigger or smaller than a straight? Or sorry, a 90 degree angle. Are they bigger or smaller? They're smaller, aren't they? So what's the one we call smaller? They're acute, aren't they? What angle is inside here? So you have to check out what angles are inside there. So maybe some of them are smaller. So it's all about what's bigger or smaller than 90. Okay? So if it's smaller than 90 degrees, it's acute. If it's bigger than 90 degrees, it's obtuse. If it's bigger than a straight, it's reflex, isn't it? So it's bigger than a straight. Okay, so I don't think you'll have any reflexes here because they're all normal shapes, right? So on the external angles you'll have reflex, but on the internal ones you won't. Okay, so we're looking for just the angles inside in the middle of them, alright? Okay, and is it symmetrical? Last one. So to find out if they're symmetrical. So what I do is I would get our line. Okay, so we get our pink line here. Okay, so can we put a line straight down through here, and if it can fold over perfectly, it's symmetrical, alright? So if one side is the exact same as the other side. So for example, for this one, is this one symmetrical? So if we fold it over, would it be the same? Yes, they would, wouldn't they? Fold this over, fold this one over, fold this one over, fold this one over. So for example, so my sheet here, we'll find out if it's symmetrical. So if we fold it over this way, and we get the exact same there, we know it's symmetrical. If we folded it over, and it wasn't the exact same, maybe there it was like this. we'd know it wasn't symmetrical because there's still space left over. It has to be in the middle to be symmetrical, right? Okay. And question 2 and 3 over here. So list the shapes from question 1 that are polygons. So a polygon is a 2D shape with 3 or more sides, 3 or more straight sides. So do any of these have curved sides? If they do, they're not polygons, right? Do any of these have 2 sides? If they do, they're not polygons, right? Has to have 3 or more sides, 3 or more straight sides, right? And list the above shapes that are regular polygons and irregular polygons, okay? So all polygons have straight sides. The sides and angles of regular polygons are all equal. All other polygons are irregular. So the sides and angles are equal in regular polygons. So angles all have to be the same. Sides all have to be the same. So what ones are all exactly the same angles and same sides? And what ones aren't? Okay, so name them. So A, regular, and B, irregular. Okay, so all other polygons are irregular. Okay, question 4. List all the 2D shapes visible on these flags. So what do we have here? We have rectangles. What do we have here? We have loads of stuff here. What do we have here? And here. And here. So we have loads of different options, okay? So look back here, see if you can find any of them. And see what 2D shapes. So 2D shapes, we know loads of stuff. So rectangles, triangles, circles, rhombus, circle. There's loads of stuff we can find here, okay? And that's all you have to do for today, right? So it's very easy for today. We're just easing into 2D shapes. If you need to as well, look up 2D shapes online. There's loads of stuff online for you to look up, right? Because there's 2D shapes everywhere, right? So if you look them up online, they'll give you a big list of all the 2D shapes, okay?